2 weeks into our marriage, we're just laying in bed, and Erin just said, "Hey, what do you think I'm doing as a wife?" And I was like, "Fine." And she's like, "No, come on, seriously." She's like, "How am I doing?" I was like, "I don't know. I mean, you're doing great." And so she goes, "Well, look at it this way." She goes, 0 to 10, 10 being the best job, 0 being the worst. How would you rate me 2 weeks in? I mean, come on. What did I know at that time? Because I walked straight into going, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, Jesus would be the only 10. So, of course, I can't rate her the same I would rate Jesus. And so I think I ended up rating her a 9.3. And Erin was a total perfectionist when it comes to academics. She graduated high school with a 4.3 GPA. She's finishing her dissertation, so she'll have her doctorate soon. So she's just this fantastic student. So to her, a 9.3 was failing. Like anything below a 98%, a 9.8 was failing. Well, I didn't know that. I was a C student.
I was going to say, how did that land?
Well, she starts
Not
crying and not well at all. We get in this big argument. And so, I mean, as a C student, I was trying to explain that, like, had I ever brought that home to my parents at 93%, an A, even A minus, whatever, my parents would have slaughtered the fatted calf. I mean, we would have celebrated for a week, but we were just very different that way. And so I think it ended when she was so frustrated because I dug in and I was like, whatever. I don't remember why I dug in, but she goes, "Oh yeah." She goes, "Well, I may be a 9.3, but at least I'm not a 5 like you are." And as a C student, that felt actually really right. That felt comfortable and normal. And so what I love about that story is that it was a foreshadowing of the first probably 5 years of our marriage, to where we so poorly handled conflict. And it took us a while. It got so bad that I really thought at one point she was going to leave me. I didn't even know if she divorced me. I just didn't think she wanted to be around me more because we were so entrenched in conflict and we weren't doing a good job of learning how to walk through that, how to repair any of that. And so that's what I love about that story. That was our first real big fight as a married couple. And that lasted a good 5-7 years until we figured it out. We got help and we learned a lot. And here we are today, 33 years later. And we still have conflict, but we certainly know how to repair that now.
I think that's important to know and to reiterate, which we've talked about too a lot on this podcast, is a scintillating marriage is not conflict-free. In fact, conflict helps create that scintillation. It's part of those life's paradoxes, which there are many.
But knowing how to repair is vital.
Knowing how to repair.
The makeup's really nice.
Yeah, it's so true, right? There's an old quote like from the 1700s. I forget who it's by, but it's like, it basically says couples need to argue because that's how they get to know each other better. And I think that's the potential payout, is you learn something about you as an individual, about your spouse as an individual, and then about you as a couple. So it's important, to your point.
I might add, it also sometimes can help us learn about ourselves. It exposes some blind spots that
totally,
unless we dive in and get down to the nitty gritty of, I wonder why I said that, or what is it that triggered that emotional response in me. We sometimes don't understand things about ourselves.
Right. That's exactly right.
Against that kind of thing.
Sometimes now when we have conflict, I stand back, I go, "Oh, goody." This is a way to figure out something new.
Immediately
no,
or later?
It's never immediate.
It's all in his
I'm
mind.
I'm not an alien. I'm a human. And in the moment, it's pretty hot. But when I stand back, I go, "Oh, this is a chance to learn something new about my wife," which is great. So anyway, it helps kind of speed up that process.
I learned not to rate her anything less than a 9.8, so that was good. That was worth it.